Hello and welcome to Escape the J-Curve, and I am your host, Rohan. Drum rolls. I am super excited. Are you guys excited as well? I am excited because I am dropping episode number 70 today. And in today's episode, I interview Samantha from Canada. Samantha is a published author and a very successful network marketeer. And it's a very interesting and fascinating conversation that I have with her. There are certain things that stand out in this conversation. For example, her unique way of selling her products and services to her customers. She never forces anyone to become a customer. She is almost like, if the customer is ready, they will reach out to me or they will buy from me. That's the level of self-belief and confidence that she has in herself and in what she is doing. And also this level of self-belief, it almost took her 8 years to build this successful network marketing business, and everybody was telling her, when are you going to be successful? When is the business going to take off? And she never lost hope. She believed in herself, she believed in her dreams, and finally managed to build this amazing network marketing business, along with doing other things. So a brilliant episode, a lot of golden nuggets. Get your popcorn, get your headphones, listen in. This is an amazing episode.
Hello.
Hi Samantha, welcome to Escape the J-Curve.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, I really appreciate you doing this. I know that you have a number of commitments right now. You just recently launched a book. So thank you so much for finding the time and joining us on the show.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Sorry it took so long.
No worries. I know that you had some commitments to take care of, so not a problem at all. I'm glad that we are finally doing it though. So
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's get started with a quick introduction, Samantha. Where are you from? What do you do? What drives you, and things like that?
Cool. Yeah. So I'm originally from Ottawa, Canada, which is the capital of Canada. I'm currently living in Arizona in the United States.
Yeah.
With my husband and my daughter and another little baby on the way due in the next month. Wow. So lots of things changing, lots of things coming.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I've been in the entrepreneur world most of my life. I started working fully for myself at 19, running multiple businesses in the beauty industry, the wellness industry, and network marketing. And
right.
And over the last over 10 years, I've just learned a lot, grown a lot, worked really hard, and been able to really create the life that I've always dreamed of. And just launched my first book, so that's been really fun and really exciting. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Amazing. So you brought up quite a few interesting topics that I would love to go deeper on. For example, that you started entrepreneurship at the age of 19. So tell me about how you thought, when you were 19, like you never wanted a 9-to-5, or there was an event or maybe even a family member pushing you towards pursuing your freedom and not a 9-to-5 job, basically. What were your mindsets? What pushed you towards entrepreneurship?
Yeah, great question. Well, it really started even younger because I always, as a kid, had the lemonade stand on the bicycle path by my house. So all the people who were so hot, riding their bike or walking, they would get lemonade from me, or
right.
I would make little crafts and sell them, or I would do plays on the driveway and have people pay to come and watch them. I was always doing that kind of thing. And then when I was 14 or 15, I started a t-shirt line with a friend and my sister. And so we started that. We would sell it in our high school at lunchtime, sell our t-shirts. And so that was my first real venture. And, my dad was our investor. So he was supportive. It was a few $100s to print some shirts. It was completely different back then. There was definitely no drop shipping or print on demand. We really had to try to map it out. But so that was a huge learning experience. And then I went to school for business and entrepreneurship. There was a program at my local college. And so that's where I really kind of learned about entrepreneurship. I didn't really have a lot of entrepreneurs around me, to be honest. So most of my family members were like, why don't you just get a real job and have stability and all of that? But I just couldn't see myself doing that. And I did work lots of jobs that were not very fun. Sitting in a little parking booth in the middle of the winter in a blizzard, or
in Ottawa.
In Ottawa, yeah.
Wow, that must have been really, really bad.
It was fun, but it was cold.
Yeah.
But I did lots of things. Worked in retail, worked in spas and salons for a long time as an assistant, cleaning, all of that kind of stuff, washing hair. And so as I was going through school, that's when I really kind of got deeper into what I wanted to do. I was trying to figure out how I could really take my passions and make them a business. And so I was really passionate about beauty. I was a brand new makeup artist at 19, and I'm really passionate about just making women feel so beautiful inside and out, and empowering them. And there was a lot of goes deeper than the makeup, but for sure it was something that was fulfilling to me. So I was kind of planning on going into that, but I learned about a lot of the chemicals, especially, I don't know about all the areas around the world, but in the United States, there's really not a whole lot of regulation around what goes in our products. And so...
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of horrible chemicals that we're putting on our bodies every day, and it's absorbing into our skin and causing all these health issues. So I got really passionate about that, and I had taken a course with a naturopath up in Ottawa and learned about that. So as a new makeup artist, I was really looking for a clean, healthy, natural product that I could use on my clients. So that's how I got into my network marketing company, because that's exactly what they were doing, and they had been doing that for now 40 years, really leading the edge in America for clean beauty products and clean health and wellness products. So that's how that started, and I slowly transitioned over to running makeup, as a makeup artist, and my business, my product business, and then also eventually opened a makeup academy. So my sister and I ran a makeup school and certified makeup artist for 4 years in Ottawa. So I was doing lots of things, but that's really, for sure. That was kind of the timeline of how it all came together.
All right. So is it what you're doing currently, or are you more into the health and fitness entrepreneurship niche right now?
Yeah, so I closed my makeup school after 4 years because I really wanted to travel, and I just realized that I kind of outgrew it, outgrow different projects, and so I let that go. I don't really do makeup anymore. I would for fun, because I would want to, or on a certain client or friend or something like that. But I really, really started focusing on my network marketing business after I got pregnant with my first daughter, because we really had to make something work. And my husband was American and I was Canadian, and we were trying to be in the same country. So we were going through all the immigration process of me coming to the United States. And it was really hard, and it took a long time. It took over 2 years for me to get here. So I couldn't work here and he couldn't work in Canada. So we actually met in our company. So we both do that full time. And so that was really it was kind of like, we have to do this now. We have to make this really work now. We have to do the hard work we've been avoiding. And so that's what we did. We both worked really hard for that year or so, and really built up an amazing community, an amazing client base and stuff like that has continued to grow and flourish for the last few years. And it's just blessed us so much.
Honestly, that's really inspirational. And I would like to deep on a few topics that you talked about. So you said that there was some sort of a resistance in your family about, starting your own thing versus getting a safe, secure 9-to-5 job, right? So I would consider that sort of a challenge. So maybe an internal challenge where it's maybe family or society or mindsets that we don't trust ourselves enough to go for what we really want to do. And maybe there would be some external challenges like building a brand, getting clients and things like that. So in your network marketing journey, what would you consider to be your biggest internal and external challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Oh, so good. I would say, definitely overcoming, people's perspective of me and of what I was doing. I definitely had a lot of, like most people who do something different, a lot of people who didn't get it. And I think the biggest thing for me was realizing that they're usually not trying to tear you down and defeat you and stop you from doing what you want. They're really, really authentically
afraid that
they're really trying to protect
afraid
you.
Of you
they don't get it. They don't fully get it. And I think for a lot of people, not everyone is necessarily built to do something like that. Or, I believe that anybody could, but it does require a lot of growth in your mindset, a lot of personal development. Like you can't just start and get to the top or really create success if you're not willing to overcome huge obstacles and challenges that would come up in life anyways. So for me, my business has been this incredible vehicle and teacher, and it's definitely not been easy all the time, but I'm so passionate about it that from the very beginning, my attitude was, I'm never going to quit. I don't care how long it takes me. I don't care, what I have to do, as long as it's, a positive thing in alignment with my values, which it totally was from the very beginning. I felt so in alignment with serving others through my business and through my products and stuff. So that wasn't an issue, but I was really all in. I was so committed for life. And I always used to say, I don't care if it takes me 10 years to get to the top of my company, I will do it. And it literally took me 10 years and 2 months to get to the top of my company. And so the biggest thing is that the first 6 or 7 years was overcoming the challenges of not allowing other people's lack of belief into my business and into my mind. So that probably was my biggest challenge, was accepting my growth and understanding that might mean I have to leave people behind. I have to leave places behind. I have to, recreate myself over and over. It's this death of the ego and being reborn over and over. that is really challenging for a lot of people. And it was definitely hard on me for years. It held me back, because I knew that it felt like I had to go against what the people that I totally loved, people who were closest to me sometimes, were telling me, oh, it's not going to work for you. It's not working. Clearly it's been 8 years. It's not working for you. You need stability. You need to get a real job. Like, I heard that my whole entire business. And so, like, it was this constant battle with myself where it was like, I know what I'm capable of. I know I can do this. I know if all these other people around the world can do this, then I can do this. Like, I was really good at lifting myself up, but it felt like every day was this like back and forth with everyone around me. And I'm not blaming anyone, because you know what? I think that was one of the biggest blessings, because it was the biggest lesson. And it was once I finally learned it, because I didn't quit and I didn't give up. Once I finally learned that lesson, it totally set me. It was like, I can be who I want to be, and I can live my life unapologetically, because I know in my heart that I'm helping people. The messages I'm getting from clients and from team members and people that I'm coaching and training in their business, it's changing their life. So the people who are telling me that that I can't, and that it's bad, and that it doesn't work, they don't get that. They don't know that. They don't understand what I understand. So I can't allow myself to live my life on their terms, And so it was really this like long process, years of process of finally stepping into my power and like taking ownership of my own life and not allowing other people to define what it was supposed to look like. And I think that's something that most entrepreneurs have to go through. And it's the most challenging thing, but it's the biggest gift, because it really sets you free to be who you were born to be. And I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, so many takeaways from this section, and such a beautiful story. It teaches people, or it tells people that, it's your life and there are no set paths for anyone. Like, we have to chart our own territories, basically. And people live their lives their own way, and they expect you to live life their way as well. And sometimes that might not be the correct option for us, and we have to figure out what we need to do ourselves. And it's not easy. It's really hard, but the rewards are massive, including being able to help other people grow, which is, I think, more rewarding than financial.
Oh, totally. It's everything. I mean, I think that's what we're all here to do, is really serve others from a place of overflowing ourselves as well. Like serving others, but not from a place of deprivation and depletion. Like, a lot of people are trying to, like, we're just not filling our own cup, and then we're trying to help everyone else. But it's like coming from this place of
love,
of wanting wanting to be significant or something like that. Whereas if we fill ourselves up and we learn the lessons and we do the growth and we do the hard work, then when we serve somebody else and we help somebody else do that, it's coming from a place of just overflowing abundance and love and integrity and passion. And it's like it like, for me now, my business, for all those years, a lot of the times I felt depleted because I was trying to drag everyone and trying to save everyone who weren't ready. Whereas now it feels like I could just do it all day long, and it brings me more energy. It's like when I give to others, it gives more to me. So that's another thing too. It's like we have to do the work so that we can really truly serve people from this place of so much abundance and overflowing.
Absolutely, and from the way you talk, it's pretty clear that you're a deeply
Yes,
spiritual person.
I am. Yes.
So, Okay, something that I wanted to ask you is about internet marketing. So I think you have recently launched a book, and I was wondering if it's sort of tied up with your internet marketing strategy of building your funnels through that. So let me ask you this: like, when you do your network marketing business, is it mostly one-to-one mano-a-mano interactions, or do you have a marketing funnel as well, which is mostly based out of internet marketing, let's say? And can you take us through your funnel, like how people get to know you, how people know what product or services you're offering, and how do you get them to become your customers?
So, I've tried a lot of different things throughout the years, and I know different things work for different people. For me, what it has come down to over the last decade has been genuinely connecting with people. So really what I do is I'm always looking for people who I resonate with, people who inspire me, people who I would want to be friends with. And I'm also always, on the spiritual side, really calling in the right people who are meant to be served by me, or meant to learn from me, or I'm meant to learn from them, or whatever. So I don't use any kind of like logistical funnels at this point. Sometimes I'll like do something like that, and then try something else. But what I've found is that it has to come from myself. It has to be this human connection, and so that's really what I've done. And sometimes it takes a little bit more work than having like all these leads coming to you. But what I've found is that it's just so authentic that people can feel the difference, and they connect. They feel like they could do the same thing. And so that's really the power of network marketing, is that you're able to help other people to duplicate, like almost like they're opening little franchises of their own business, right, all over the world. And so that for me has been the best way. And I'm always meeting people. I'm always connecting with people. I'm always looking for people that I can help, looking for people who inspire me, looking for people who I feel connected to and meant to work with. And then I have genuine conversations, and it's not even necessarily about my business right away or whatever. If it comes up, it comes up. If I feel called to share it, I share it. If I feel called to build a relationship, I build a relationship. Like, I truly trust. I've come to this place over the last 10 years where I just trust, like, fully that if they're meant to be in my business in any way, they will be. And so there's not this aspect of like trying to convince or force or sell. It's like, I just trust that the right people are coming always. So that's kind of the way that I do it. And I know that's probably not super helpful for like somebody who's looking for a tactical kind of like a marketing plan. But it's funny because this is kind of part of the topic of my book, is all about the divine feminine. And I have a whole chapter about the new age of business, and having this aspect of the divine feminine come in and take over in business and in your whole life too. But so, the masculine side of things is having the systems, is having the plans and the goals and all of that. And that's all so great and so important. We need both equally. But what I've found is whenever I've been acting only from the masculine, where I'm like, just systems and plans and leads and all that, then it doesn't flow like it does when I have this whole, the feminine side, where it's this intuitive, trusting, flowing, abundant, that kind of a feeling and an energy. So I have both. So I do have like a website for my team where people can come and watch a video and learn more. And then I always like to just actually take the time personally and get to know somebody. So usually that's the next step, where I'll get on a call with somebody over Zoom, and we get to meet face to face regardless of where they are in the world. And, just really, I want to learn about them. I want to know their dreams. I want to know their goals. I want to know their passions. And I want to share mine with them and my story. I always share my story with them. And then I just give a little overview of like what we do and what our mission is. And I just ended out with like, if that aligns with you, great. If it doesn't, great. Because that's the trusting aspect where it's like, there's no pushy sales. There's no like, give me your credit card. It's just, if this is meant to be for you, it will be, and you'll feel it. And I'm ready to serve you if you're ready to work hard and make it happen. So I hope that answers that question.
It does. And it reminds me of a beautiful phrase in Hindi that we use often. It's called Neki kar dariya mein fek, which essentially means that just do your work.
I love that. I love that so much. Yes.
Don't worry about the results. Yes. So basically, that's the just a summary of the last section that
amazing.
We talked about, right? Yeah. So we briefly touched upon your book. So would you like to talk to the viewers about what the book is all about? What's the name of the book? Where they can find it? If it's ready to be purchased and things like that.
I know a lot of your listeners are in India, right? Okay,
USA
cool.
as well, and a few in Canada.
Okay,
but
so my book is called Idea, Awaken Your Inner Goddess. And so it's I and then comma Dia. And it all came about, when you read the little introduction / it's called Conception in my book. People always skip the introduction of books, but I really wanted to make sure that everyone read mine because it's so important. It's not like a boring one. But yeah, so I talk about how like all these different times in my life, even the ones that I've shared here with, working in the beauty industry and makeup, and then finding my company and teaching women in the school, and all of those things have really led me to like what I call my soul work, my soul mission, to truly like awaken people's power. And I truly believe that everyone can benefit from the book, but it's definitely tailored more toward women. I do talk about like our cycles, and I talk about motherhood, and I talk about birth, and I talk about all sorts of things that maybe some men wouldn't really resonate with or really want to read about. But but other than that, there's a lot of good tidbits and a lot of great stories that I've experienced over my life. But yeah, so it's all about awakening your inner goddess, and it's really about this kind of female empowerment and finding the balance between those masculine and feminine energies that we all have within us, and using them in different areas of your life, whether that's, business or self-love, or I talk a lot about manifesting and creating as well. So creating space and allowing in what you want and being intentional, and shifting your identity to the next version of you that is in alignment with everything that you're trying to call into your life. There's so many aspects in the book. It's actually a pretty quick read. Like, it's not a hard, long read. A lot of people finish it within a week or two. And it's fun. It's inspiring. So I've heard. And it's just, I tried to put everything that I've learned over the last, over 10 years, building this big business and becoming who I am today, and, becoming a mom and running a business with babies and all of that stuff. Like, there's so many lessons. And so that's really what I tried to put in, is all of my lessons. And I'm definitely not a pro in any of it, but I just knew that I did enough work that I could at least share and help somebody along their journey with where they're at. So that's a lot of the stuff that's in the book. So Dia, DEA, or Dea, I don't really know how it's pronounced in Latin, but it's the Latin word for goddess. And I pronounce it idea because the whole book is changing the idea that we have about ourselves, changing the perceptions and the lack of love or the lack of belief in ourselves, and stepping into our power, which I kind of personified as this goddess that every woman has within her. And so that's kind of the premise of the book, and I'm so proud of it. It's a beautiful book. I had so much help. I couldn't have done it without my amazing editor, Adrian, and my husband and my mom both helped me a lot. And it really came out of me. Like I feel like it wasn't even me writing half the time. Like it was just flowing through me with the stories and the things that I'd experienced in the lessons. So yeah, I'm really excited about it because I know that it's another way that I can touch somebody else's life. And that's really my mission is, it's really a passion project. I would love for it to reach millions of people around the world and make a positive impact and a ripple effect. That's what I visualize for it. That's what I feel that it's meant to be. So I'm really, really excited to share it with more people. And, it's just launched about a month ago. But it's been so much fun. And I'm really just also trusting with that too, the divine feminine. Like if I get called to do something, I do it. I've been doing goddess circles every full moon and every new moon on Zoom for free. So I really want to build a community and really connect with the readers and really impact everyone as much as I possibly can. And just really offer as much value as possible. So that's the book. You can buy it in India from what I understand. Maybe you can check out my website so you can double check. But my website is awakendia.com. So AWAKENDEA.com. And there's little symbols underneath the book for all sorts of countries. And India is on there. And it takes you to... It takes you to Amazon India, and it shows that I can buy it. I don't know what that price is. I don't know if that's a good price or not, but it transfers it over for the same price that I would have set up. It says it's usually dispatched in 1 to 3 weeks. So it should work. It might take a little bit to get to people, but yeah, I think it's available in most places now. There's definitely other countries I can add, but it's all self-published. So I'm just learning as I go. So I would definitely be open and welcoming to if somebody wants to get it, and they can't access it from the web.
Hey Samantha, welcome back. I'm so sorry there was a problem with the internet connection and the chat room was disconnected.
Hey, no, I'm glad we figured it out. I wasn't sure what happened.
And you're talking about your book, so I'll definitely link your book in the show notes so that people can find it.
Amazing.
Awesome. So now we have come to the last section of the podcast, probably the most fun section that I do, and this section is called one word answers. So basically I'll be giving you a word and you don't have much time to think about it. You have to reply with the first word that comes to your mind, right? And the other rule for this section is you cannot use something that you have used already, so you can use a word only once in the section.
Cool.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Number 1, your role model.
Oh my gosh. Mother-in-law.
Your favorite book?
Oh my God. Favorite
You can say idea, not a problem.
my own book. That's so funny. Oh my God, I just have so many.
Okay.
I'll say idea just because it's easy.
Sure. Your favorite movie?
The Greatest Showman.
Your favorite holiday destination?
Bahamas.
Wow, beautiful. Favorite character from a book, movie, or a series?
Ooh. Right now I'll say Olaf in Frozen 2 because my daughter loves it.
Okay. Next one is health.
Help?
Health.
Oh, health?
Yeah.
Self-care.
Next one is the plant-based diet.
Amazingly delicious.
Okay. Family.
Love.
Entrepreneurship.
Freedom.
And the last one is legacy.
Heart-centered service.
Wow. Deep. Okay, so we have really, really nice. So we have come to the last section where I give you 1 minute to talk about anything that's on your mind, anything that you want to tell the world. So it's called your 1 minute message to the world. And I give you the podium, the stage, and there you are.
Okay. Oh my God. Well, what do I say? I would say that there's such deep power within you, and you have so much that you're capable of. And the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself is to love yourself enough to go and step into your power and go create the life of your dreams. And don't allow any person, any obstacle, any fear, any doubt, anything get in your way. And you will create and become the most magical version of you in the most magical life that you can experience. Honor yourself, honor your journey, forgive your past, forgive people, live with compassion, live with love, and have fun.
Wow. And I think we have captured one of the better episodes that I've done in a long, long time. I really, really loved recording this with you. You know, it's so spiritual, so so much positivity out of this episode, and so many things people can learn from, like inspirational as well, how to start a business, and so many other things. And I really thank you for your time, Samantha. It was really, really wonderful, and I hope that I can do this again with you soon.
Aw, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure getting to talk to you, and I really appreciate you having me on, and I'm sending so much love to you and all of the listeners, too.
Thank you so much, Samantha.
You're so
Till we talk next time.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.